What was really great about this particular project is we had the opportunity to run concurrent studies in the nearshore zone as well as the offshore areas in Lake Scugog. Usually when monitoring programs are conducted in a lake, the focus is in the middle of the lake, in the deepest part of the lake. However, with Lake Scugog being a shallow lake, we thought we should target specific areas in the lake that weren't necessarily arbitrarily in the middle, but that targeted walleye habitat. Now the nearshore was done in such a way that we were trying to understand how land use in the watershed was influencing that very first zone of influence from the land into the water. And so by collecting data through citizen science with the Nearshore study and monitoring data focusing on walleye habitat, we were able to also compare the results from both of those studies. So for example, in the offshore, where we have seen that from year to year, depending on the weather patterns of that year, the water quality and the community composition of the macrophytes, so particularly those invasive species such as starry stonewort and Eurasian water milfoil, were quite different from year to year. The one trend that we did see that was consistent was that starry stonewort became more prevalent in the lake from year to year across our study. And with this was the emergence of more frequent microcystis blooms. So what can we do with all of this data that we've collected over the last 3 years? Well, there's actually a lot we can do because we have a lot of confidence now in what's happening in the lake. Our nearshore data are showing that not all sites along the shoreline in Lake Scugog are the same. And so we can target those particular hotspots of higher fecal contamination, which includes E. coli and fecal coliforms, and try to understand why is it these particular sites seem to be more problematic than others. Is it coming from farm runoff? Is it coming from perhaps Canada geese that like to hang out in that location? There's ways and means to focus our attentions to be very strategic in how we mitigate specific sites so that all of our resources are being devoted to where the actual water quality issues are, as opposed to trying to address the entire lake, which in many areas, particularly in the north and eastern arm of the lake, are still quite healthy and productive.